My name is Emily Carter, and I never imagined that something as simple as a broken chair could change the course of my life. I had been living in Seattle for almost 4 years, working as a copy editor for a local publishing house. My days were filled with manuscripts, deadlines, and endless cups of coffee. I wasn't unhappy exactly, but life had become a routine. Wake up, rush to work, spend hours editing, come home, heat up leftovers, and fall asleep on the couch. The only thing that broke up the monotony was the little writing group I hosted at my apartment every Wednesday evening. A handful of us, friends, colleagues, and neighbors, would gather in my small living room to share stories, poems, or ideas. It was messy and unpolished, but it made me feel alive. One particular Wednesday, just before everyone was due to arrive, I noticed one of my dining chairs wobbling. It had been creaking for weeks, but that night, it finally gave way. The backrest snapped loose, nearly tipping me to the floor. I sighed in frustration. I wasn't handy at all, and I didn't have the tools to fix it. That's when my neighbor, Ryan Mitchell, happened to walk by my open door. Ryan was the kind of guy who always seemed busy but approachable. He lived 2 doors down, worked as a carpenter, and occasionally helped people in the building with small repairs. We'd exchanged polite hellos in the hallway, but never more than that. "Everything okay in there?" he asked, glancing at the broken chair in my hands. I laughed awkwardly. "Not really. My chair decided tonight was its last night." He chuckled and stepped closer. "I can take a look if you'd like. Chairs are kind of my specialty." I hesitated at first. After all, I didn't know him that well, but his easy smile reassured me. Within minutes, he had rolled up his sleeves and was tightening bolts, checking joints, and working with a focus that fascinated me. As he worked, I realized how quiet my apartment had suddenly become. It was just the sound of tools clicking and Ryan's calm presence filling the space. "You really know what you're doing," I said, trying not to sound too impressed. He glanced up with a grin. "Fixing things is my life. Wood, tools, little details, it all makes sense to me. Unlike taxes." That made me laugh harder than I had in weeks. By the time my writing group arrived, the chair was perfectly sturdy again. Ryan stood to leave, brushing sawdust off his hands, but I surprised myself by saying, "Why don't you stay? We're just about to start." To my surprise, he did. That night, as people read their stories and shared their ideas, Ryan sat quietly at first, listening. Then, when someone asked about his work, he began describing the way he saw furniture as more than just wood and nails. "Every piece tells a story," he said. "You fix it, restore it, and it becomes part of someone's life again." I watched as my friends leaned in, captivated by his words. And for the first time, I realized there was more to him than I'd ever noticed. After everyone left, Ryan helped me stack chairs and tidy up. "Before heading out," he said softly, "thanks for letting me stay. I didn't realize how much I missed conversations like that." That was the beginning. From then on, Ryan started showing up more often. Not just to fix things, but to share dinners, coffee, and long conversations that stretched late into the night. He encouraged me to write my own stories instead of just editing others. I encouraged him to share his ideas beyond carpentry. Slowly, a friendship grew, one that deepened into something I hadn't been expecting. Looking back, it's almost funny. A broken chair could have been nothing more than an inconvenience. But instead, it brought someone into my life who reminded me what it meant to truly connect. That's how it all began. He fixed my chair, and in doing so, he fixed a piece of me too. My life has never been the same since.